57.41 for Becky Meyer in lane number 4. Second place to lane number 3 at 58.3. Williams from Ottawa Hills. Lane 5, Megan McCabe from Catholic Central. And lane 6, Danielle Chisholm from Catholic Central. Well, if there's any place that you want to have goggles
it's
and
here.
have them work, it's in the 500.
Ian Mull from Lansing Eastern swims the whole thing without goggles. 500 air freestyle. He goes in the 430s.
And then he stumbles over the officials when he gets out of the water because he can't see, right? Well, this is one of the events that unfortunately we can't carry to its full completion, but we'll do our best. Often we can't carry to its full completion because it's such a long event. 5 minutes, 6 minutes in some cases in seed times here for these swimmers. So probably about the fastest will be 6 1/4.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, 2 of those events makes for 12 minutes, and it bites up a lot of time. But at this point, Heiki Williams from Ottawa Hills in lane number 4.
And Heiki is looking to, who is that guy again?
Gary Williams.
No, the other guy.
In the orange?
Yeah.
That's Jeff Williams, her brother.
Jeff Williams, her brother. And they have signals.
Yes, they do.
Signals. Which everybody, I guess, sort of does, but theirs are pretty, you could tell them from a mile away.
Well, Heiki Williams still in the lead in lane number 4.
With a very
lane number 3
stroke.
in second place at 1/4 mark. They're coming up past the 1/4 mark, and we'll pick it up in a little bit. Bob Struts with his famous 1-2 camera shot as the change is just about taking place here at the halfway part, coming up to close to halfway.
That's Tara Monroe, freshman from Ottawa Hills in lane 3, who's right on
Heiki Williams'
6. She's right on her heels.
Lane, yes.
Look at how close it is right now, Bob.
It really is a half a body length difference.
Bob is right there. You can see it. That's Tara Monroe closest to you. Heiki Williams farthest away. And change of place right on that turn.
Yes, indeed.
Heiki Williams missed the turn.
Well, they're in striking distance right now for either one of them to do a lot to the finish, and that's just the way they've wanted to keep it. And if Tara's got a little extra reserve from staying back a bit and not pushing quite so hard to be out in the lead, it could signal a difference in this race.
Like we've said, it's all strategy in this race. That's the only thing that counts.
But they're both teammates. One's a sophomore, one's a freshman from Ottawa Hills.
What are their seed times? Tara Monroe had a 6:24.
No, 6:17.
6:17.
6:17 preliminary time. Yes, but look at the difference there. Seed time for Tara Monroe was 6:24 with preliminary time of 6:17. Heiki came in with a seed time of 6:16.
It happens.
But had a preliminary time of 6:21. It really is a toss-up.
And Tara Monroe now has it. And Tara Monroe with that lead, she's got about 3 body lengths now, don't you think, Bob?
I'd say 3 to 4 body lengths at this point.
3 to 4.
Heiki is really fading fast on this.
There's a gun.
Effort. Of course, we don't know whether there's flu floating around in the Ottawa Hills camp.
Now, come on. We don't talk about sickness during swimming. If they're in the water, they're 100% good.
That's true. And they better be in the water for the city conference finals.
Jack Piper, I believe, said, "Leave your ailments at the door."
Well, it's a good
Tara Monroe, wow, she just, talk about a flyby. She just flew right past Heiki Williams.
She may, in fact, break out her record for the preliminary time if she touches, and yes, she does, at about 6:13:18. You hear the crowd here carry on for first, and second place is going to go to lane number 2 with a close battle with lane number 5. There you see Coach Gary Williams consoling his daughter. She maintained the lead quite well through about 2/3 of the consolation finals.
Yep.
And it all goes with the territory, David.
And she, what does ABC Wide World of Sports say, so I don't quote anybody without mentioning it from now on? The agony, or the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Well, here's the thrill of victory for the championship finals. In lane number 1, Sarah Korhonen from Ottawa Hills. Lane 2, Janelle Steenbergen from Christian. Lane 3, Christina Freiling from Christian. Lane 4, Elizabeth Petrulia from Christian. Lane 5, Kendra Joldersma from Christian. And lane 6, Kim Roxbury from another school, Creston.
From another school, yeah. Geez, there are only 2 non-Christian high swimmers in this race.
How was that for a fast recitation of Petrulia? I got through it.
Well, it's a lot better than Petro Jelly.
I guess.
Petro Jelly.
You know, when we've talked about swim meets this year, and we've covered 10 of them, 10 different contests around here, we talked about how much we've gotten. The widest point spread in the meet that we've shown you was 113 points.
That was
when we matched a 47-member team against a 15-member squad.
That was Christian High at that other place, right?
Yeah, we won't mention the teams, but it gave me a chance to see a new team.
Yeah.
And also, we'll try to give them a fairer pairing the next time around, we promise. The closest meet was 2 points, finished 8 points apart.
That was Grand Haven and Zeeland. No, Grand Haven and Holland?
Northview.
Northview, that's
tied
right.
At the end of diving, only 2 points apart going into the last event. We've had some exciting times, I'll tell you, on swimming this year. And as we talk about them and relive some of these good memories, we see lane 4, lane 3, and then lane 5 really battling it out there. Petrulia, Freiling, and Kendra Joldersma, all from the Christian squad.
Yeah, those 4 swimmers in the middle of the pool, they're all from the same team.
There's going to be celebration in the Christian camp at the end of tonight if they take 1, 2, 3 in this, and probably 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4.
Hey, it's happened before, it'll happen again, right? Now, I don't know who said that.
I don't either.
I don't either.
But as we are reminiscing about some of the good events we've had, we should mention the news that you want to pass on to our viewers, that you'll be leaving us at the end of this swim meet to continue your college education at Northwestern Michigan University up in Traverse City. And we hope you'll stop back once in a while.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'll still fly free on American, so I'll be back, like it or not. Yep, I've had it.
There's our leaders. Lane number 3 is Christina Freiling. Lane 4, Elizabeth Petrulia. And I don't know whether Liz is going to just kind of let Christina pull ahead and try to make that big sprint at the end, or what her strategy is. We'll just have to wait and see as they hit just about the halfway mark here.
See, when you're swimming against somebody like another team, like let's say it was you and somebody from Ottawa neck and neck, you're going to do something totally different than you do if it was you and another teammate.
That's true.
Because a lot of swimmers won't admit this, because a lot of the times if you're this far ahead of the rest of the pack, you're going against the clock. But I wouldn't be surprised if one of them sees the other person out of the corner of their eye and isn't really pushing it a whole lot faster than they usually do. It's happened.
Well,
I'll admit it.
They've gone just a little bit past the halfway point here, and it hasn't changed places for the last few laps. But we're moving along.
Dick Vitale. And still with that lead, that's going to be lane 3. Christina Freiling, a freshman, believe it or not, from Grand Rapids Christian. And they're going on lap number 13. Christina, and there you see Elizabeth making the turn right there. Christina in lane 3, Elizabeth in lane 4. And still with that lead, Christina Freiling from Grand Rapids Christian, and Elizabeth Petrulia now. Christina's got about a 2.5 body length lead.
Well, we got slightly diverted by one of our many television fans wanting to make sure when they can see this meet in their local area. We were explaining all that to them.
Trying desperately.
In the meantime, I see we've gained another length and a half, really, for Christina Freiling. Yes, and Christina Freiling still with that lead of about 2.5 body lengths. Elizabeth Petrulia, though, a fine showing. She is really keeping up that stroke, maybe even kicking it a little right here, going on lap 17. Well, the official gets ready at the head of lane number 3 on the starting block, ready to fire off the gun. And there it goes for the warning on the last 2 laps. Christina Freiling out in the lead. Now at, what do you figure that time is?
5:09, 5:06, 7, well.
Half the lights are missing, so it's a little hard to tell.
5:22, 5:25. This is going to be a good time. This is going to be a real
It will finish considerably faster than what she... It's not going to be as fast as she qualified in the preliminaries, but it's going to be a good time for her. Christina Freiling in for the touch. Yes, it is going to be as good as her preliminary time.
That's a 5:42.
5:42.20, which beats her seed time of 5:43.54. And that's for first place. Second place to Elizabeth Petrulia. And third place to Janelle Steenbergen from Grand Rapids Christian.
1, 2, 3, 4 for Christian.
That certainly helps them in the points gathered for this meet. And we knew coming into this that the strong favorite was the repeat.
Is this the 4th year or the 3rd year?
3rd year, I believe.
3rd year? We'll buy that.
And it's your 2nd year around here, right?
Yeah.
You were here last year for the girls' events, as I recall.
Been around swimming a long time. 5 years now? High school swimming?
4th consecutive year we've done it here for Wyoming Community Television and for the whole Grand Rapids community with the cooperation of GRTV and WCET Granville Jenison.
Next place,
Okay, now in the consolation finals, Coach Gary Williams is making the ribbon awards. In 12th place from Catholic Central, Danielle Chisholm. In 11th place from Ottawa Hills, Heiki Williams. In 10th place from Ottawa Hills, Sarah Fellows. In 9th place from from Preston is Lindsay Nesbitt. In 8th place from Catholic Central, Megan McCabe. And 7th place, Tara Monroe from Ottawa Hills with a fine time of 6:13.18. Tara Monroe getting the congratulations of her coach. And now for the championship finals, David.
The championship finals, Bob. This is going to be the 200-yard freestyle relay. This is the consolation finals, though, right?
The 500 freestyle. The results, the awards.
6th place, Kim Rexbury from Creston. 5th place, Sarah Korhonen from Ottawa Hills. Fourth place is going to be Kendra Jolersmith from Christian.
Getting her ribbon now, and a nice hug from Coach Brad Kortman.
Third place from Grand Rapids Christian is Janelle Steenbergen.
There are some benefits for the coach.
Second place, Elizabeth Petrulia, Christian. You ever hear the phrase complete dominance? First place, Christina Freiling from Christian with a winning time, 5:42.20.
And if you may notice, our top camera has been lost. No, it's back up again. We're up and running, but we were having a little problem there for a bit.
And we sent in the fine troubleshooter crowd of that young man we know so well as John.
Well, we're now ready for the 200-yard freestyle relay, the quick event that was added a couple years ago just to give teams a little more opportunity to get swimmers in the water, particularly from the large squads. And we'll see mostly B squads here. In lane number 1, the Union B squad. Lane 2 from Creston. Lane 3 from West Catholic. That'll be 7th place in the city conference finals in this relay. In lane 4, the Christian B squad. Lane 5, B squad from Ottawa Hills. And lane 6, Catholic Central's B squad. As we mentioned, with 7 teams and 6 places in the championship finals and 6 lanes, why they move the 7th place finish to the consolation finals, and they draw the bye in a sense.
That they do. Call it lane 4. That's going to be the team from Grand Rapids Christian.
Again, the depth of that Christian squad will do them quite well at the state meet as well. And they can look forward to that. The state meet, of course, being about the time you're watching this on television.
It'll be happening right then.
The weekend that this is shown in the Grand Rapids area on GRTV, the state meet is going on. So most of our fans are setting their video recorders and picking it up. Those of you who are watching this with us on GRTV are missing out on a great state event. But we urge you, as always, to attend a swim meet in town or out of town,
or wherever you may find yourself.
There's lots of fun to be had, lots of excitement, and you don't have to bundle up and stay warm.
In fact, you should do what I do and wear shorts.
Definitely, you want to dress cool or dress appropriately for warm weather. The pool's about 80 degrees. Well, lane number 4, that's the team from Grand Rapids Christian, is out in the lead for the B squad as they make the, is that the final exchange?
Yes. Nobody's wearing goggles, or no, somebody did, but nobody really was.
And then the Creston B squad in lane number 2 is giving them a good close challenge at this point. Dave says, Pasha, no contest. It's no contest, all right, Dave. Right up to the finish line. Watch it here and see where the touch is.
It's Grand Rapids Christian.
Well, it's going to be lane number 2 in first place, the Creston B squad with 1:53.17.
Holy cow!
And second place belongs to the Christian B squad.
I stand corrected.
You should.
I stand corrected. Talk about a comfort behind, man. I never even saw him coming.
That was the idea they had in mind.
Isn't that death, like what Death from Above is kind of like, you know, just come out of nowhere? That was a beautiful swim.
Now then, there are lessons to be learned from this about growing overconfidence.
Yes, that too.
We'll discuss that at a later date, however, because right now we go into the championship finals.
Lane 1, a Union. Lane 2 is the team from Creston. Lane 3, the team from Christian. Lane 4, Ottawa Hills. Lane 5, Catholic Central. And Lane 6, Grand Rapids Central. Now the lowest C time, I'm looking to see how close this is going to be at the prelim times. Closest we have, as usual, it always comes down to this, is Ottawa Hills and Christian. Christian came in with 1:49.21 and Ottawa Hills with 1:51.63. Very good start by Christian. That was right as the gun went.
Well, that's the way you want it. The coaches on the near sidelines with you and I and our cameras watching this battle. But lane number 3, the Grand Rapids Christian squad pulling ahead by about half a body length at the end of this first leg, and the exchange is in.
Late start. Did you see that? Wow.
Lane number 2, that's the Preston squad, is in second place, and they may surprise you again, David, as they did with their B squad.
I'll be surprised when I see them swim like a 1:30. Right now, I just have this feeling that Christian's going to pull this one through. They've got about a body and a half on everybody. Christian, I think, is playing it safe on their starts.
Well, at this point, if they're in that distance ahead, it isn't that close. You don't want to run a risk of disqualifying yourself, and the relays is where most of the disqualifications occur.
Yep.
So you see up top with the camera of Howard Van Dyke, Grand Rapids Christian squad in lane number 3. Third from the bottom of your picture there, making the change.
Playing it very safe on those starts.
And this is the final leg.
I'll have to ask Brad about that later.
Well, as I said before, we've seen some disqualifications in these relay events for bad turns and bad starts, and we don't want to have that. As Grand Rapids Christian comes in here and touches 1:43.67. 1:43.67 for first place. Second place, you hear the cheer go up for lane number 2, Grand Rapids Preston High School, the host school for this event. And third place goes to Ottawa Hills in the 200-yard freestyle relay. Awards to be given out, and these will be presented by
Beth Courtman.
That is Beth Courtman. As we award 12th place to Catholic Central's B team. 11th place will go to Union's B squad. 10th place goes to... Okay, I see what they're doing. They're just awarding 7th place to West Catholic High School, 6th place to Central High School, 5th place to Union High School, 4th place being presented to the Catholic Central squad, coming here now to get their medals. 3rd place goes to the Ottawa Hills freestyle relay team. Ottawa Hills front and center, trying to squeeze through the crowd of people lining up there behind the timers. 2nd place goes to Preston High School. And a loud and boisterous Preston squad here of parents and students cheering on that excellent finish for 2nd place. It was a close battle.
As they point out Bob Strutz on the camera, they're out pointing at him. Amazing.
And number 1, the Grand Rapids Christian squad with a fine time of 1:43.67 for the 200-yard freestyle relay. In the 100-yard backstroke, David, consolation finals are?
They are lane 1, Teresa Boucher. Lane 2, Becky Edema. Lane 3, Carrie Joachim. Lane 4, Celeste Monroe. Lane 5, Jenny Huckstra. Lane 6, Sarah Lovett.
Well, as we hear the whistle of Dan McGinnis, starter, ready to get this event underway. We're 3 events from the finish of this meet.
Where pulse rates fly. Whoa, what beautiful start. Lane 3, I thought she was going to hit the ceiling here.
It's a synchronized swimming stroke halfway across the pool anyway. And then they break into their own strides a little bit.
That was a great start by Carrie Joachim. You see it? She just exploded off that wall.
Oh, you are okay. You can go down there then. But then you got to come back here after you do the interview for our sign off. Okay. Well, we see the touch there in the consolation finals of the 100-yard backstroke. In lane number 3, 1:08.24, Carrie Joachim. Okay, now we're ready for the championship finals, David. In the 100-yard backstroke, we have
Lane 1, Aaron Mullen from Catholic Central. Lane 2, Rebecca Menning from Ottawa Hills. Lane 3, Michelle Mojak from Christian. Lane 4, Iwana Zaluska from Preston. Lane 5, Kristen Derrydinger from Ottawa Hills. Lane 6, Jenny Behrens from Grand Rapids Christian.
Well, now we get a chance to see just how these short blocks work for some of the starts on the backstrokes, and that is a key factor. Short blocks won't make as much difference on the forward swims as they will on the backstrokes. And they all seem to get a pretty good loft. And a nice equal start. Looks like lane number 3, Michelle Mojak, however, in the lead.
There's a surprise.
Grand Rapids Christian. And lane number 1, Erin Mullen from Catholic Central, is not going to be one to be forgiving either. She's putting on the drive over here in the near point. But you see Michelle Mojak making the turn there and stretching out her lead by a body length to a length and a half at this point. As we go up top and take a look at it from the ace camera work of Randy Cotton and Howard Van Dyke, now up at the top camera. We've managed to get the balloons out of the way so you can see who's in the lead.
We shot him.
There's Michelle Mojak, definitely coming in for the touch here with a beautiful 1:01.86, I believe.
I think that's 1 flat.
In first place, Michelle Mojak, a senior from Grand Rapids Christian. Second place to Iwana Zaluska from Preston. And third place goes to Erin Mullen from Catholic Central. Now in 12th place for the consolation finals, being presented by West Catholic Sharon Zenner, coach for West Catholic. In 12th place, Teresa Boucher from Catholic Central. 11th place, Sarah Lovett from Catholic Central. 10th place, Jenny Hoeksema from Grand Rapids Christian. 9th place, Becky Edema from Grand Rapids Christian, approaching for her ribbon in the consolation finals. 8th place to Celeste Monroe's Ottawa Hills. And 7th place to Carrie Jocham, West Catholic, 108.24. Now we're ready for the championship finals to be awarded by Brad Courtney.
Brad Courtney. That'll be Brad. 6th place from Christian, Jenny Behrens. 5th place from Ottawa Hills, Kristen Derrydinger. 4th place from Ottawa Hills, Rebecca Menning. 3rd place from Catholic Central, Erin Mullen. 2nd place from Creston, Iwana Zaluska. And winning the championship finals, Michelle Mojak, Grand Rapids Christian, 101.86.
Yes, indeed. Now we get into the 100-yard breaststroke consolation finals. And in lane number 1, Heather Yankowit from Catholic Central. In lane 2, Shannon Krieger from Ottawa Hills. Lane 3, Krista Bruns from Grand Rapids Christian. Lane 4, Mia O'Brien from Ottawa Hills. Lane 5, Jenna McGinney from West Catholic. And lane 6, Amy Jones from Preston. The 100-yard backstroke consolation finals. Breaststroke.
Breaststroke.
The pool, water is so still. They break this water with the start, and it's such a beautiful shot. As they all come out evenly across the boards.
Taking an early lead, it's lane 3.
Krista Bruns from Grand Rapids Christian.
Freshman from Grand Rapids Christian. What a beautiful breaststroke, too, by the way. And following her closely, I'm almost going to have to call it lane 5, Bob. That's Jenny McGeaney from West Catholic. Lane 5 or lane 2? Lane 5. Lane 5.
Lane 5 finishes at 1:30.51, I think. Lane 3, rather, 1:30.51. Now we're ready for the championship finals, David, if you will.
Bob, it would be my pleasure. Lane 1, Carrie Marima from Christian. Lane 2, Christy Van Workum from Christian. Lane 3 is Christine Bozek from Catholic Central. Lane 4, Ottawa Hills, Eve Farnsworth. Lane 5, Ottawa Hills, Kathy Leifer. And lane 6, Creston's Ternera Kroom. I don't see my brother. I think he left.
The championship finals still shows Christine Bozek from Catholic Central. I'm getting tongue-tied here at this long meet. We've been at it for about 2 hours here in the pool. You'll see a 2-hour compiled edition, but it'll run about 2.5 here in the pool. It's a long time to stay on top of things. Christine by about a half a body length, but lane number 2, Christy Van Workum from Grand Rapids Christian, giving Catholic Central another challenge in the parochial category.
Parochial category.
I'm trying to look for matches and groups here for whatever I can. Okay, getting the first place award from Catholic Central, and I want to say Kelly Sweeter, but it's Kathy Sweeter, was Christine Bozak from Catholic Central. We had a little bit of a tape change problem we had to take care of, but we'll look at the championship finals results so that everybody at least gets mentioned. In 6th place from Christian, Carrie Marima. In 5th place from Creston, Ternera Kroom. In 4th place from Ottawa Hills, Kathy Leifer. In 3rd place from Grand Rapids Christian, Christy Van Workum. In 2nd place from Ottawa Hills, Eve Farnsworth. And 1st place, as we mentioned, Christine Bozak from Catholic Central. Well, Dave Nordeloos has left us briefly to get downstairs and get ready to do some interviews from poolside at the end of this event. And we've been joined by a colleague of his in Creston Swimming, Christian Swimming, Dirk Hollaby. Dirk, welcome aboard. You can help us keep our foot out of our mouth.
All righty.
Perhaps. Dirk Hollaby. Right?
Yes, Dirk
you have
Hollaby.
A brother.
Matt Hollaby, yes indeed, yeah.
And you graduated, Christian?
Yeah,
last
both
year?
of us did, yes.
Okay, so you're both out of there.
Yep,
okay.
yep.
And ready to watch the 400 freestyle relay consolation finals B squads here, with Union drawing the bye for 7th position. They're in the water now.
We'll see what happens.
In lane number 1, Catholic Central, 2 Ottawa Hills. We'll repeat that. Lane number 3 is Union, 4 is Christian, 5 is Creston, and 6 West Catholic. Just in case you didn't see it on the screen, we'll bring it to your attention now.
Here comes Ottawa coming in for the exchange, followed by West, and that's Creston, yes. Oh no, here we got
it's going to be West Catholic. The 2 Catholic schools on the outside edges of this pool are neck and neck in this 400 freestyle consolation finals. We'll see how they do in the championship finals in a minute. But Union drawing the 7th place in the relay event, and they're in lane number 3. So automatically they'll get that. This is more like a scrimmage or an exhibition heat for the B squads. But by this time, it seems unfair that they put such a long event at the end of the meet, because everybody's pretty well tired. They had to put the 200 free relay here for a sprint and put the 400 somewhere back in the pack a bit.
You think so?
When you're a little bit more refreshed.
That may be. That may be. 200 kind of fits nicely right after the 500, though, with the endurance swimmers.
That's true.
Coming off their break, and it looks like Ottawa's actually second as opposed to CC. Christian touching there.
And they touch with 3:53.88. For time in lane number 4.
Ottawa coming in. The CC, Creston. Looks like Union's there as well as West Catholic. Here comes Ottawa for the touch.
And in second place. And as we finish that one up, as we get ready for the final event of the night, the 400-yard freestyle relay championship finals. Dirk, you want to read off the lanes here?
All righty. In lane 1, we have West Catholic. Lane 2, Ottawa Hills. Lane 3, Creston. Lane 4, Christian. Lane 5, Catholic Central. And lane 6, Central.
Well, this is going to be the real chance for a couple of these squads to pull up some points. And traditionally, the 400 free relay event has been one that draws points for a squad that may otherwise lack in some of the other areas.
True. So, this is also sometimes where all city is determined, seeing how the voting for that has to come from the relay also. So it's an important race, even though it's at the end. Last but not least.
Well, we're ready for the start from Dan McGinnis. You want to call it this early?
No, you can never call it this early.
You're absolutely right about that.
Never.
Particularly not in the 400 freestyle relay. Well, we can see when we look at the top camera that it looks like lane number 3 is out in the lead at this point, which is the Creston squad.
Followed very closely by 4 and 5 and 2, excuse me.
Well, 4 is Grand Rapids Christian, 2 is Ottawa Hills, and those are the 3 that we kind of expect to be in the pack. But lane number 5, Catholic Central, isn't doing a bad job out there either.
They're holding tough.
Right next to Ottawa here, or right next to Grand Rapids Christian. So nobody is out of this meet at this point.
No, not this
event.
And there they are, the 3 that we called coming in.
Lane number 3.
Together.
Boy, 4 and 5 were together, and then lane 2.
And the 2 end lanes.
So right now, Creston is in the lead. They did not enter into this with too bad a preliminary time, 1 second off of Christian's, but Christian's seed time was a good 8 seconds better than their prelim time. Maybe it was an off day for them Tuesday when they swam the preliminaries.
Yep, could very well be.
But Creston out by half a body length lead at this point.
Yep.
Grand Rapids Christian battling in lane number 4.
Trying their best.
Close that gap up, and of course any given length, any given swimmer in that relay could make the difference.
Yep. Can often be won or lost by the start. We'll see what happens here.
They're both set at the blocks, and we hope neither one of them starts early and disqualifies. This is one time when you don't need a DQ.
Definitely not.
Christian's in the water, then Creston. In that order, by about a full body length, as you saw the exchange in position there on that last 25 yards.
With Ottawa and Catholic Central very close.
Ottawa in lane number 2, Catholic Central in 5 again.
Central and then West Catholic there. And it looks like the lead has switched to lane 4. Christian High, followed by Creston coming in for the first.
Nice, smooth, steady stroke from lane number 4 too.
Definitely.
I mean,
good turn, good kick.
The arms, it's almost like watching a kayak in the water, the way the arms are moving in a steady stroke. I don't know if it constitutes the best stroke for freestyle, but it certainly is one that seems to be working well with the kick.
It's doing the job.
It definitely is. Lane number 4, Grand Rapids Christian, ready for the final leg, the final exchange here in the 400 freestyle relay of the City Conference Championships from 1991.
Followed by Creston and Ottawa, and then it looks like Catholic Central. Creston
is in lane number 3, Ottawa in lane number 2. So it's just about a diagonal across the pool at this point.
It is.
But
with West coming in, and then Central. So
it's definitely a long reach for Grand Rapids Christian out there. They're in the water perhaps 10 to 15 yards ahead of their nearest competitor at this point as they make the turn.
They've got a nice lead there.
And you can see from the up top camera as Christian makes the turn. Here comes Creston in the water in lane number 3, passing them at this point in the opposite direction. But Grand Rapids Christian down for the last 12 yards.
For the touch. Here's where it's at.
And the timers move up to the edge of the blocks. We're looking for the finish.
Could be a great time.
It's going to be a 3:54.53 time.
Very, very good. Followed by Creston coming in here, touching for second.
3:53.86 for Christian, and Creston's going to have 4:02.
Ottawa touching third. Very good, followed by Catholic Central. And then it's going to be West Catholic coming in, touching right now.
So there we have our results, and we'll wait for the awards here.
There's Central.
Okay, we're going to get down to the pool deck here. Dave, I think, is just about ready to begin, so
nice and quiet here.
We'll just throw it down to Dave, and
I'm just going to talk.
You got it, sir. Fine.
I'm here right now with Gary Williams, head coach from Ottawa Hills. Gary, we swam against each other when I was in high school. I was under Piper. You were head coach from Ottawa.
No, we didn't swim against each other.
No,
you swam against
I swam against his team, I guess would be a better way to put it. And ever since I started swimming in high school, I've seen the level of just pursuit that his teams have had. They've always been out there. They've always been gunning for #1. And Gary, how has that been towards your team going against a powerhouse squad like Grand Rapids Christian this year?
Well, it's always difficult to swim teams that you know have a definite time advantage when you go into the meet. But our swimmers come out with the idea that they're going to do their best. This is what they work so hard for. They train all year long to do their best, and they take the challenge and they run with it. And they know that they will grow as people, and they enjoy the whole experience because it brings them into a group, and it makes them a part of something important, and they see themselves growing, and it's easy for them to say, this is what I want to do, this is how I'm going to do it, and they go after it.
Exactly, and as we said, great meet tonight.
Yeah, it was a great meet.
Thanks for being with us.
Christian has a super team, and I wish them well in the state meet, and I'm really proud of my kids because we've got a lot of kids that join that team that start off with no swimming experience, and they come out here and they compete like champions, and they are champions, so I'm proud of them.
It's great to see. Thanks, Gary. We'll see you.
Okay, now we're ready for the awards in the 400 style freestyle relay. In 7th place, Union High School presented there a ribbon and award in the championship finals. In 6th place, Grand Rapids Central. 5th place belongs to West Catholic. My teeth are getting in the way of my tongue. 4th place, Catholic Central. Getting a nice round of applause in the crowd here. 3rd place will belong to Ottawa Hills. 2nd place belongs to Preston High School. With a really fine race all the way around. Well, we're kind of sharing one headset up here, so it's a little difficult trying to talk sometimes. They're designed for one person anyway. And in 1st place, Christian High School with a fine time of 3:53.86, we do believe. And a fine result for Grand Rapids Christian High School, surrounded right there by the coach and the rest of the squad. Well, the winner of this meet is Grand Rapids Christian High School. You see the award presented right there, and for all the folks to receive as Sue Vanderlyn presents the award. And they're announcing the results now. As you see them on your screen. And the happy squad from Grand Rapids Christian.